Hello, trumpet players. Let's work on line 8 together, 4 by 4. So before we try playing it together, let's just listen to it. So let me play for you what line 8 sounds like. All right, so let's figure out how to do that. So first thing we want to work on is the counting of the song. So look at the beginning of the song, and you'll notice that we have these black circles with a stem attached to them. These are called quarter notes, and quarter notes, the black circles with the stem last for one beat of sound, okay? Basically like 1 second, okay? And you'll see here that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes, and then we draw a line. Why is there a line there? Well, because at the beginning there's a C. That means common time. That means that the music will be in groups of 4 counts. That's just the common way to put music together. So let's see that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the first measure. We draw a line, what's called a bar line, and then we have another measure. There's beat 1, and now this is a quarter rest. Remember, that's a beat of silence. Still gets 1 beat though. So there's beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, and there's another bar line. See, it adds up to 4. That's the second measure. Here's the third measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat sign. Then we go back and do it again. That's what the dots mean. It means do it again. Okay, so that's basically it. We have quarter notes and quarter rests. Let's count the song together, and we're going to say the word ta on the quarter notes, and we're going to say the word rest on the quarter rests. Okay, all right, so get ready. Let's count it together. Here we go. And ready, count out loud. Go. Ta, 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 ta. Rest, rest, rest. Ta, 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 ta. Rest, rest, rest. Now, sometimes the computer malfunctions and it doesn't do the repeat sign. It should have done it twice because there's the dots at the end. But if it doesn't do it twice, that's okay. Let's say it one more time. Let's make sure our counting is right on the beat. You hear the clicking sound, the click, click, click in the background of the music. That's the beat. That's the pulse of the music. We want to put the notes right on the beat. We don't want to get there early. We don't want to get there late. Okay? So try to feel that tick, 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 and keep that beat nice and steady. Let's say it again, please, okay? On tas and rests. Here we go. And this will probably go through twice this time. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Rest, rest, rest. 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 Okay, so I hope the counting makes sense. So that's half the song. The other half of the song is which fingers to push and which note is which. Okay, so let's take a look here closely. And we have 3 different notes in the song. We have actually 4 different notes in the song. We have the D's, the E's, the F's, and the G's. Okay, and do you notice that they kind of go up like climbing a ladder? The D is below the 5 lines. The E is 1 line above that. The F is 1 space above that, and the G is 1 line above that. So bum, 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 it just goes up, okay? Space to line, space to line. Okay, so that's how we read the music. And right now they give you hints. They put the letter names inside the notes, but pretty soon they'll take the letter names away, and you just have to know which is which note by what space or line it's on. Okay, so for right now, let's go ahead and say the letter names out loud. Okay, here we go. Let's try that. And ready? Here we go. D, 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 E, rest, rest, rest. G, 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 F, rest, rest, rest. D, 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 E, rest, rest, rest. G, 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 F, rest, rest, rest. Okay, so now we're almost there, trumpets. Now we need to know what fingering goes with each note. So you should have learned this already. If not, please go back and review that your D's are 1 and 3. What are your E's? Do you remember? If you said 1 and 2, you're correct. How about your F's? Do you remember? First valve is correct. And your G's. Do you remember your G's? Open. Okay, so you need to memorize that. D's are 1 and 3, E's are 1 and 2, F's are 1, G's are open. That's important you know that, otherwise it's going to be hard to play the song. Okay, the next step we want to do, trumpets, is we want to say it again, but we want to push the valves as we say it. Okay, so we've got to move our fingers in time. So let's try that. And if it's too fast for you, you can always go up here and slow it down. So right now it's at performance speed, which is 70. Why don't we take it down to 60? I'm just going to click on this and slow it down to a speed that we can easily handle. Okay, and when you practice, find the speed that works for you. You don't always have to practice it fast. Take it slow, work it out, and get it when it's easier, slower, and then once you mastered it slow, speed it back up again. Okay, all right, so here we go. Let's grab our trumpets, and we're going to push the valves down and say the letter names as we do it. Okay, here we go. D, 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 E, rest, rest, rest. G, 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 F, rest, rest, rest. And it should happen again. Let's try that one more time. Okay, and try not to stare right at my fingers. You can kind of peek at me occasionally to see if you got it right, but try to read the notes. Look at the music and follow the notes with your eyes. Okay, let's try it again. Let's say it out loud. Here we go. D, 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 E, rest, rest, rest. G, 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 F. One more time. Ready? Here we go. D, 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 E, rest, rest, rest. G, 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 F, rest, 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 and make sure you can do that first before even trying to play the song. Because if you can't get the fingers right, you're not going to get the right sound. Okay. Now let's check the notes. I'm going to play a D, and I want you to play a D on your trumpet. Try to match my sound. Ready? Here's what the D sounds like. Play that with me. Now let's go to the E, 1 and 2. Ready? Let's try that note again. Play the E with me. Now let's go to the F. We're just working our way up, step by step. Okay, first valve. Remember, we're going higher, so buzz your lips faster. Ready? Breathe. Let's try it again. If you're not getting the high enough sound, think about pushing down a little bit with your top lip. Think about using some lip pressure. Okay, push it down a little bit. Let's try that F again. Ready? Breathe. And now let's go to the G, which is open. Okay, higher sound, buzz faster. Try it again. All right, make sure you got a good sound on each of those notes before you try playing the song. Now I want to do one more thing, and then we're going to tackle the song, trumpets, and that is we're going to play the first 5 notes here in one breath of air. And I'm not going to use any tongue. I'm just going to smear them all together. So check it out. This is 4 Ds and 1 E all connected. Just listen to it, please. Can you try that with me? 1, 2, ready? That's how you kind of want to play the song, but we need to add the tongue next. But the point of that is we don't want to turn the air off after every note. Okay? Instead, keep the air blowing and separate each note by going two, two, two. Have your tongue hit the top of your mouth and tongue as you play. Listen to it one time, and here's what it should sound like with air blowing and tongue moving. Listen to it. This is the first 5 notes. Okay, can you play that with me? We're going to blow constant air and use our tongue. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Here's what we don't want, trumpets. Okay, we don't want to turn the air off after every note. Here's definitely what we do not want. That's not the sound we want. Keep the air blowing. Okay? All right, if you can practice that with the air blowing from the D to the E, then the only other one you need to practice is the long G to the F. Listen to this. Try that with me. Give me one long G going to an F. Ready? Go. Try it again. Ready? Breathe. Now you know the next step. If you can do that, let's add the tongue. Ready? And breathe. Okay, if you got that, trumpets, let's try the whole song now, okay? You need to know your fingerings. We're going to use the tongue, keep the air blowing. Here we go. Good luck. Play it with me. You ready? Here we go. Like I said, sometimes the computer doesn't repeat. It's just how it works. It's just one of those things. All right, we're going to try it now. If you can handle it at that speed, great. If not, practice it slowly over and over until you get it. And then once you've mastered it there, let's go ahead for the final step. Let's pick it up to full performance speed, which is 70 beats per minute. Okay? All right, if you want to try it with me, let's do it. Here we go. Good luck. Ooh. And this should go through twice. Big breath of air. Ready? Breathe. Big breath of air. All right, trumpets. You need to just practice the song as many times as it takes to get it. Memorize those fingers. You might even want to just memorize the song. Sometimes that's easier just to memorize songs, okay? But practice it until you get it. Remember, when you record it for a grade, it might not do the repeat. Sometimes the computer malfunctions and only does it once. If that's the case, as long as your notes look all green and you feel like you did a pretty good job on it, you can send it to me and I will listen to it. And if it sounds good, then you'll pass the quiz, even if it doesn't go through twice. Don't worry about the score on this one, because if it only goes through one time, it might give you a low score. But what's the more important thing is, does it sound good to you? And did you get all right notes? Okay, and I will adjust the score accordingly. So anyway, record it, please, here, trumpets. And then what I'd recommend is listen to it afterwards. Push this arrow right here, listen to it. And if you're happy with it, then come over here on my takes and to the right of the word save. You'll find something that says submit, and click on that and send it to me. Okay? All right, trumpets, I hope that helped you, and I'll see you next time.